Should you make it into the city, have care what you say and do. I wouldn't want you to save my life only to lose your own. City of Final Pleasures. Alpha, that just sounds foreboding, you know? Alphina weighs the brush you received from Tristal, deep in thought. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristal has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with a brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role, I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, mayhap you could pose as my assistant? Yeah, your heavily armed and armored assistant. Then it is settled. All we need do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. Yeah, so I guess it's this quest, because I imagine this quest is going to take us all the way into Yulemoor. Is an enjoyable one. It's just, it's got some good humor, and yeah, I don't know. I remember enjoying it. For what I do remember of it. Now we wait. This should be as good a place as any. The vile jesters. Here they come. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks at our door. We've welcomed a peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for a painter of a plum. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I can paint portraits at least. Landscapes and still lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh-ho! I thought I spied some new faces in the crown. What fortune that you should feel at ease around an easel. Oh, I was expecting a rhyme there, but... What proof have you of your prowess? Any masterpieces on your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen some small amount of service. Or no small amount of service. Aha! Ho-ho! Flecks of paint, both old and new. A tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well. Come with us and we'll put those talents to the test. And who is this hanger-on? Well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. She whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with her or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave her fate in the hands of your new employer. It matters not a whit to us. I mean, you would think I'd be able to get in just as like, hey, like, you look, you know, strong and well-fed. Like, you can probably, you know, be a good soldier or whatever. And having filled our latest vacant space, we retire to Yulmore's sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, the meal. We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks ere we make our way back.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days. Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Yeah, I wonder what happens to somebody that, like, runs out of wealth or whatever. I don't know if they ever address that. I mean, presumably the same thing that happened to the artist, but... Yulmore, finally. Looks even grander from this angle, huh? Huh? Welcome, welcome to the city of final pleasures. Feel free to weep at its magnificence. No? Not even a single tear? Moving right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents. You know, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through to Joyous Hall. The Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to those folk out to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means, take your time. But why waste another moment? Go, enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. Yeah, I don't recall what the reasoning is for people living here. The Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the time being. I'm sure if nothing else there were some side quests here that explained, like, their, particular situation. We do get the occasional charlatan pretending to have permission to enter as a bonded citizen. Taking care of that sort of riffraff is my job. Okay. Welcome to Yulmore, fortunate friends. May I have your names? I am Alphino, an artist, and this is Lavenza, my assistant. Ah, yes. I was informed of your imminent arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. thinking like having like, you know, his gig and, you know, whoever else working here might not be that bad, you know? Like you have a steady job, you know you'll always be around. Huh. I mean, not that, you know, you'd really certainly want this type of environment to stay as it is, but I'm just saying. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Vothri, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. You will be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen. In your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free, or accept work as a general laborer. I see. And might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually. Chai Nuz and Dulia Chai, a mystal couple whom most refer to as the Chais. They are both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility, for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment, please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. All in order? These are your registration documents. Take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you will officially be Yulmorian citizens. Enjoy your new life in paradise. Well, thank you. No alpha now? Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. Registration papers. A set of documents required to register as a bonded citizen of Yulmore. So, actually, before this, it got me thinking. So, presumably the free are just the original rich that came to Yulmore. Can anybody else become free? And if they can't, that, you know, creates that... trying to think of a more intelligent word for it, but basically that hierarchy structure that cannot be crossed. Which then, of course, you know, creates more problems. What have we here? Alphino, artist. Lavenza, artist's assistant. To be employed in the service of Lord Chai Nuz and Lord Dulia Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. Your registration is hereby approved. I think it best that we deliver you to the Chai residence before... Oh dear. You smell hideous. Did you crawl here through a ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. Proceed directly to the delousery next door and scrub yourself clean. Use whichever showers are free. After you've rinsed away that stench, you'll want to splash yourselves with this perfume liberally. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Cornine, The guard by these stairs will give you directions. I didn't realize we were so aromatic. I can imagine just fully decked out in heavy armor, particularly ones that look like there's, you know, maybe fur-lined or something. Yeah, that's probably not the most fragrant of... We're to bathe in here, then? I want to see, do I still have... No, I don't. I think I used to have a set that was specifically for, like, swimsuit or whatever. But, it feels wrong to, go in fully clothed. I don't want to get my gear all wet and rusted. You rinse yourself clean in the steam of water. In the stream of water. I was going to say the steam. That's not enough. And now to get dressed again. Much more quickly. Oh, apply the sweet-smelling perfume. Sure. This bottle contains scented water, the liberal application of which can conceal undesirable odors. I'm going to assume I washed my gear as well, and now I'll just... You apply the perfume as directed, and the delicate scent of roses fills the air. Oh, you've showered and dressed already, have you? Is it not... That is to say, it seems rather exposed for one's ablutions, does it not? I don't know what ablutions is, but sure. What will you say? Hurry up and shower, Stinky. What would a Stinian say? Alize would have been drying her hair by now. I think I went with the Estinian line last time, but I'm going to go with the first one this time. Fine. Just a quick rinse then. The Estinian one was probably funnier. I thought he would make some comment about me calling him Stinky. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patrons, then? We'll need directions to the Chai residence. We never actually see any residences here either. Which kind of makes the overall town seem small. It's weird to think that like a ton of people live here. Just, you know, from what we are able to see. You're looking to present yourself to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters, and above that, you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Yulmore spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs. Then look for the Grand Dame's Parlor. They'll be in there, like as not. And now the long way up. The understory. Well, what is it? Spit it out then.
Oh, who's this then?
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
He's all talking all highbrow.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That silken hair, those pearly cheeks, oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers. I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he will paint us the most delightful pictures.
yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful! Welcome to Yulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis she who best understands my work. With her unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture is begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than her being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city she has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for her priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on her behalf.
Oh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have her wish. She shall be free to roam to her heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
It's interesting. You know, after the Shadowbringers trailer, you would think there would be a lot more hefty cats in Yulmore. But I think it's just Dulia, and there's like one more that's looks exactly the same as her. They didn't make any like bigger dudes or anything like that. It's just, you know, you think of like this supposedly a place of excess, but they don't, at least in that regard, show it very much. It just would have been interesting if they had done it for like all the races. Would have been pretty interesting. But they only did it for one race and one gender of that race. I mean, it certainly makes Dulia stand out more. She's far more of a unique character. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight we we started Shadowbringers and managed to finish up. We started Alphino's, well, started and finished Alphino's little story part there in Calusia. So that means tomorrow we'll be hitting up Alize. Just enjoy it. It's Shadowbringers. What can I say? I enjoy it. Having so much fun with it. If you've been enjoying these videos as well, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join me live, you can find the link to my Twitch in the description down below. By the time this is released, probably will not be in Final Fantasy anymore. I'm thinking about hitting up WoW to kind of see what all the hubbub is about, but it's still about a month away. That's kind of, you know, the difference between what I'm doing right now and what you're seeing. So if you want to actually be current on what I'm doing, again, please come join me live. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.